Yeah, glamorous. This is the glamorous one here today, my friends. Yes, that is a pile of tires behind me. I'll show you the full glory of it here in a minute. I'm so dirty right now, just woo, dirty. I gotta get through this one though before my booze phone dies. Got the poem on it. I was just inspired. This is his little plot of land that he owns. So hey, poetry fans, coming to you from an empty plot of land. I'll show you the full glory in a minute, but got a weird setup and I am really a beauty queen right now. But here we go. Random inspiration. Today's poem is called The Tire Pile. File that under what in the blazes? In a thick, oppressive haze, we spent part of today cleaning up a great deal of garbage from my honey's property in Reno. It's a nice little slice of land, but gosh, people are mean though. As he trimmed last year's tiny shoots that have managed to grow into half trees, I roamed through the 90-degree heat picking up various pieces of random scattered humanity. Cigarette cartons and enough cigarette butts to drive someone to insanity. Randomly, I discovered a blue bucket that my phone is propped on to film this. A blue rag, I regret to inform you, I believe was soaked in piss. A clear glove covered in dog shit. Many tiny bits of styrofoam that somehow found a home in all the little crevices of this property. Fast food trash tossed sloppily as though an empty lot is just a free spot for garbage. A community landfill, if you will. And here's the part that just kills. Oh, the thrills and shock of the kind of disrespect and disregard you can find on just about any block. This one just knocked my socks clean off. My socks that are covered in tiny little burrs that are just the meanest. I found, tucked by the fence, a tiny, sun-worn rubber penis. That's right, tiny, sun-worn rubber penis. You just can't make this stuff up. It's more funny than the fact that there is no feeling in the human weenus. Weenus, can't feel it. More funny than that. There's no feeling in the human weenus. But yeah, no joke, lurking in the weeds, the zenith of tossed trash. Any open space becomes a mishmash of what people no longer value. According to the neighbor who became our new friend, some ballsy folks even drive right through this like it's their private parking lot, even though the many clear signs inform them it is not. It's very fucking hot on this wide open spot. And then there's the piece de resistance behind me, the abandoned tire wall, some falling apart with rubber sun rot. The pile got larger since last we were here, over a year ago, but even the fence we put up doesn't steer people away. This day and age, I guess people see any unguarded area as opportunity. Apparently the lot had a roomie for a short while. A man made a fort out of the tire pile and lived in it until he got found out. You can even see the worn down route where people dragged these tires. I felt inspired by them in the strangest way. It's artful and sad, like a Beckett play. By the way, I counted just for good measure. There are roughly 44 tires that have held up out here. Some look brand new, some very weathered. Some seem trapped here, almost fettered to the area. Here's a flower pot I found, but I won't show you the rubber penis, 'cause I'm not trying to scare ya. When the neighbor came to the fence to say, hey, he told us he grew up here and that the land is where he used to play way back many moons. He tells us there was a Raley's, I believe they say Raley's. There was a Raley's up the street. It was the only grocery store in town. You could get guns and spittoons. Somebody drives past blasting their tunes. He tells us his dad's love for this city never wavers. He paints a picture of the past, stating, my father's neighbor was a dairy farmer. Now things are obviously a lot more populated and a fair bit warmer. Those two were best friends, The farmer, he had a pond with ducks. Now it's all duplexes and modulars and a lot of people down on their luck. Later down the line, this spot used to hold building materials, stuff you can't find for less than a fortune anymore. Used to be cable and steam-driven machines. No power, but they damn sure would pick up a lot. Big fucking shovel things to move aggregate. The pictures of those dudes, they'd just be covered in oil head to toe. That was a good day's work if you could find it. My dad used to own all this and a few other houses. Then us kids came into the picture. You know, back then you had sex and you had a baby. You kept having sex and you had more. Him and his friends, they all had black horned rim glasses. I called them birth control glasses. They were very serious people. Pops had the crew cut. Things change. They change fast. I used to have a shotgun in my window for hunting, just right here. Now everything requires a permit or a pass. We used to get done with class and go to a skate park just down the way. My brothers hung out with Tony Hawk before anybody was internet cool, way back in the day. But yeah, anyway, that neighbor over there is mad at me. A while back, the garbage man was trying to turn around and hit my trailer wedge and it went rolling. I tried to stop it, got myself put in the hospital. Then the trailer hit their garage. Recently, some girls hit it again. They tried to flip their big SUV around. It went cockside. And they got a ride they didn't bargain for. So they thought it was me hitting them again. They were sure. Well, it wasn't. Finally, somebody who saw them girls told him, but he's still mad at me for some reason. I told him, the neighbor, well, shit happens. Can't try to be pleasing everyone. But, son of a gun, you also can't control who thoughtlessly dumps tires and runs. There's my fascinating poem of the day, and I'll just show you. It's no joke, this tire pile. 44 of them, my friends. Yep, there you go. Just a beautiful sight. So, I don't know, you can find inspiration anywhere, and I just found it here. I mean, how many tires can you carry by yourself, right? So it's like you gotta think 44 tires people done dumped here. That's a lot of work. You gotta really intentionally be like trying to fill someone else's gosh dang property with tires. And I will not show you the tiny rubber penis, but all I can tell you is that it's crazy. That's when it just had to become a poem. I was like, I think I'm gonna do a poem about these weird tires. And see, this is like the kind of stuff stuck on my feet. Having a hard time with my feet here. And I don't know if you can see it, but there's like so many spider webs in these tires. Like, ooh, it's pretty scary. So at least we got a little breeze here. But yeah, whoo dear. People just, everything is their garbage dump, right? And my poor Boo's been trimming all these branches. It's very hot. It's very hard work. But yeah, I was like, I think this is art. And I was feeling really hot and really unattractive and really sweaty, but I made it happen. And then I found the tiny little rubber penis. And I said, well, okay, now this is definitely a poem. So there it is. Rubber Tire Zone. See you tomorrow.